Okay, so I just got back from getting my hair cut. This post is not meant to discourage young barbers, knock on any barbers. It's actually just my experience at barbershops in Vietnam at the moment. Me, I'm actually a barber myself. I've been in the business or in the industry for about 20 years. I recently just opened a shop in Vietnam, at Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. And to be honest, because of the amount of barbershops that I've been to in Vietnam, local barbershops as well as bigger brand barbershops such as the one I just went to, the communication is the difficulty. And for me, this is another reason why I opened a shop. I do understand that obviously when you move to another country, you are trying to experience the culture and the way they do things on a daily basis, which is also what I'm trying to do. But being here and seeing the difficulty that I have communicating what I'm looking for in a haircut, especially to a barber myself or from a barber myself, that's why I kind of understand. And me opening this shop is more of gapping that bridge between the communication barriers. So if you've been here a while and you've tried the local shops and you've had difficulties and you haven't got exactly what you're looking for, mainly because of communication. I don't usually cut my own hair, but I do give every shop a chance. So I go in to another shop whenever I can, whenever I need a haircut, and to see what they do and to see what the process would be at different barbershops, different techniques, different processes, different results. So this is what I got today. Communication, I guess, is a big deal. So when I went in, obviously, I don't speak a lot of Vietnamese. I get by, I would say about 10%, which is not great. But he seemed to understand that. I did show him a picture. What I asked for was shorter and cleaner, which is short and clean. This is basically the result of what I got. I'm probably going to have to cut myself just because. Am I 100% happy with it? No. I think the results are okay. Unfortunately, things could be done better in certain areas, such as the sides could be faded a little bit, maybe not gone as short as this. I don't usually go with a 0. I usually go with a half or a 1 just because I have very thin hair. I have Asian thin hair, baby fine hair. So if it goes too short, it looks like I'm bald. The top, he didn't really do a lot of cutting on the top. However, he did use thinning shears. I mean, I am older, so my hair is already thin and very fine, like I said. So if you use thinning shears on that, it is going to make it look like I actually have no hair, which kind of is the case. He did use it on the sides to blend, which most of my barbers back home in Toronto, I would say never use the thinning shears to blend because it thins it out. It does look okay for really thick hair. It does look okay for the first, I would say, 4 days or so. But once it starts growing out, it does look awkward. It does look different. It doesn't grow out well. Like, the top could have been done better. Is it 100% blended in? I would say no. Darker spots in certain areas. Realistically, yeah, shapes could have been done better. If that's if that's his skill set and that's what he can do, that's what he can do. I did talk to him, and he's been doing it for 2+ years, or right around 2 years, and he gets trained by the shop itself. So it's not like he went to an academy or anything like that. Most shops are pretty good, so they do. The head barbers or the owners usually train them, and they do a pretty good job. It's just a matter of doing the right things and, I guess, leveling up each time so you learn from your mistakes. I did ask him at the end of it if this is the basic style that they cut at that shop. And it is a pretty big shop in Ho Chi Minh City. They have, I would say, a lot of shops in every district. So it's not like a one-off barbershop. He did say that, yeah, this is what we do. This is an undercut. Um, Keep that in mind. The trend or the style that they refer to as undercut is not what I'm used to as an undercut in my shops in Toronto, in Canada. This would be basically a mid to a high fade. Undercuts are usually obviously with a lot longer hair on top, where it's undercut and disconnected. This is, I guess you could say, disconnected, faded. It's kind of in between the two because there are dark spots. Me personally, this would be a mid to high fade. Maybe need a little more blending. I understand every barbershop has their own terminology, mainly because everybody's style is different, technique is different. The process should be the same, but the technique, some of them play with it a little bit. But also everybody's creative level is different. Their visions are different because it is a very creative industry. So I understand that, and I'm willing to not let it slide, but more just critique it a little bit. So yeah, I'm actually going to cut my own hair and I'll show you the result. Just keep in mind, this is the before. And then I'll be back and I'll show you a little bit of process and the result for me cutting my own hair. Trying to, I guess, make it more to my liking. video is not meant to discourage or put down any barbers by any means. It's more of just giving you from the point of view of a barber going into another barber shop to get your haircut by a barber that you're not used to, or just a brand new barber in general. I understand. Like I said, I put myself in the customer or the client's shoes when they go into a shop that they don't know.